Hey, what's up? Daniel here with Modern Physique. So, I've been at this game for a while now. I've been working out for over a decade, almost about 12 years now. And in my time, I've encountered a lot of mistakes. Most of them, I've made myself. So, I wanted to make this video telling you the 5 biggest lessons that I've learned over the past decade of working out. That way, you could avoid the same mistakes that I did. So, let's dive straight into this video. So, lesson number 1 is going to be learning how to eat for your particular fitness goals. What I really mean by that? Well, when I first started, everyone was telling me, hey, you need to go on a bulk. You need to start, you need to bulk up, add some muscle to your frame, and then once you're in 1, 2, 3 years, then you start thinking about cutting once you build up the muscle. No, why would you do that? Why would you recommend that? If you're starting out and you're 25, 30, 45% body fat, why on earth would you go on a bulk? You already did your bulk. You're already overweight. See, that's the thing. It all depends on your starting point and what your goals are. When I started working out, I wasn't lean the way that you see in the thumbnail. I was actually really obese. I was weighing 255 pounds and I was over 40% body fat. And you're gonna tell me to go bulk to add muscle? I need to cut, I need to lose fat. If you're currently overweight and you're starting because you wanna lose fat, it makes no sense to start bulking. You're just gonna get excessively fatter. Now, on the other hand, if you're really lean, like I was in this picture, that picture that I showed you was post-op. I had a surgery, a hernia surgery, and it brought me down to about 138 pounds, and I was really severely underweight. If you're like that, yes, go on a bulk, obviously. Bring your weight to a healthy fat percentage. If you're under 9, 8, 7, 6% body fat, you're not gonna gain any muscle because your body is way too lean for that. Maybe bulk up until you're a healthier weight, maybe at about 10, 12, 13% body fat. And then from there, main gain to get your results without getting overly fat. But if you're starting off overweight, aim to lose your weight and get to that healthy fat zone. The idea here is to reach a healthy body fat percentage. So learn how to consume your calories depending on what your particular goal is. Lesson number 2 that I learned. With the modern age of the internet and YouTube and all the fitness influencers that you can see, there's a lot of complicated stuff out there. Now, I love the nuances. I love science-based training myself. I actually promote that a lot, and you're gonna see that in this channel. But it comes to the point where if you're especially if you're beginning, keep things simple. See, my motto when I first started out was, keep it simple, stupid. That's it. Keep it simple, stupid. And to this day, 11, almost 12 years fast forward, I still keep it simple, stupid. Meaning, I do a lot of science-based lifting, yes. But my splits is the most classic bro split that you're gonna find. Meaning, I do push, legs, pull. Push, legs, pull. You could also do push, pull, legs. Does it make any difference? No. As long as you're able to hit every body part once to twice per week and you're recovering on time, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Now, if you can do the basics, why complicate things with these overly complicated training structures? It makes no sense. Keep it simple, stupid. Focus on learning really good technique, really good posture while working out. Learn the fundamentals, okay? Learn how to do a proper bench press, a proper squat with proper form. Time and time again, I see people that want to get to the advanced level of fitness, and they're trying to learn all these new stuff, but they don't know the basics or the fundamentals. I mean, they're the fundamentals for a reason. To this very day, the main core of my workouts are gonna be heavy compound movements, as in the bench press, the squat. I do barbell rows. I do overhead presses. I like to do pull-ups. Keep it simple with your workouts. Now, when it comes to this, you're gonna need patience. And that's gonna be lesson number 3. Be patient, don't cut corners, don't look for any shortcuts when it comes to this. Training is gonna take time. Doesn't matter what your goals are. If you're losing to lose fat, you wanna gain muscle, it's gonna take time. Do not expect to go to the gym or work out in any capacity for like a month and see any significant results. It's not gonna happen. However, if you put the time in and you keep on every single day, every single week, and every single month, putting in the effort consistently, you're gonna see amazing results. Every little month is gonna be a small achievement, which is gonna compound into a massive, massive difference in your health and in your appearance. For example, for me, I started out really overweight, like I mentioned. It took me almost a little bit over a year and a half to actually lose all of that weight. It didn't happen overnight, it didn't happen in a week, it didn't happen in a month. You have to be patient. I dropped down to 138 pounds. Not willingly, but I dropped down to 138 pounds. I went back up to 180. Do you think I did that in a month? Do you think that I did that in a year? I added 40 pounds of muscle to my frame. True, I had muscle memory, meaning most of the muscle tissue that I had was muscle that I already had and I lost. Just to give you a little bit of context, I was a power lifter, a competitive power lifter, and I actually had a hernia surgery. So that was mostly when I actually backed off from powerlifting. But yeah, you need to stay patient. If I would have wanted to gain those 40 pounds in less than a year, there's no way on earth that I would have been able to. No way on earth. No way on earth. It would be impossible. I had to slowly grind it out. It sucked, but I slowly grind it out. I did my bulk because, like I mentioned, I was really underweight, and I brought my weight up slowly and healthy in a healthy manner. Did it take me a couple years to do so? Yes. But did I achieve it, and was I able to maintain it long term? Also, yes. Don't cut any corners. Don't do any. Just stick to the basics and have patience. Okay. Now, let's go again into lesson number 4. It kind of ties back into lesson number 1. But it's going to be more specific this time. And this is going to be controversial, but I do not believe in heavy bulks. So I'm going to tell you right now that lesson number 4 in my case is do not do a bulk. It's going to sound weird. I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate or negative comments, but do not bulk. See, for me, I believe in main gaining or maybe lean bulking, meaning, yes, I 100% agree that you have to be in a calorie surplus to gain muscle. There's no way, unless you're like, using drugs, that you're gonna gain weight without being in a calorie surplus. Now, you don't need to eat 1,000 calorie surplus. You don't need a 600. You barely need a 500 or 400 calorie deficit, okay? Studies have shown that you can get away with having a 300 to 500 calorie, and I said deficit, surplus. You can have a 300 to 500 calorie surplus and still gain weight, gain muscle mass. But you'll be gaining slowly and gaining more muscle. In contrast, you could go ahead and do 1,000, 2,000 calorie surplus. But the majority of that weight is gonna be in the form of fat. If you gain 20 pounds in a month, you're not gonna gain 20 pounds of muscle, you're not gonna gain 15, you're not gonna gain 10. It's most likely gonna be roughly maybe 10 pounds of fat, maybe 7 to 8 pounds of water, and maybe, if you're lucky, 1 to 2 pounds in muscle. So, does it make sense to get up to 20% body fat, 25% body fat, just to have to cut all that down anyways for weeks and weeks of dieting to lose all of the hard-earned muscle that you had because you had to do a diet to lose all the fat? No. See, bulk up to the point where you're at a healthy body fat percentage that you can still perform in the gym and you're still gaining muscle without being fat. For me, this is just me. I can maintain around a 9 to maybe 10% body fat and I can still gain muscle. I look lean, I have my abs, and I'm not suffering. My libido isn't down, my sex drive isn't down, I don't have crap energy, I can power through my workouts and gain muscle. If I were to bulk to 20% body fat and do a traditional bulk, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get fat. And I'm no longer gonna be able to squat because I'm gonna lose my breath halfway through the set. Same thing comes with anything, bent over rows, deadlifts. I'm gonna be so out of shape that I'm not gonna be able to perform adequately in the gym. So, what do I wanna say with all this? If you are already within 15 to 20% body fat or more, you already bulked. You do not need to gain any more weight. You need to go on a cut or main gain. If you are excessively lean, you're at the 9, 8, 7, 6% body fats, and you have all the symptoms that I mentioned before, you're not performing in the gym, your libido is down, you don't have any energy, then yeah, you need to gain a little bit of weight. You need to do a mini bulk just to get up to a healthy body fat percentage. Yes, I do know that studies have shown that if you do bulk into a little bit more of that heavier side, technically you have a little bit more ability to gain muscle. But like I said, those will be in the movements where your cardio wouldn't be fatiguing you. Maybe in the bench press, maybe in the bicep curls, but anything that you have to use your resistance, as in your squatting, you forget about pull-ups. But anything like that, you're not gonna have the cardio to perform. If your cardio is giving out before your quads are, do you really think that you're gonna be able to achieve the best results that you can? No. But now, wrapping up to the tip or lesson number 5 in this video, and this is gonna be honestly, I wanna say the most important, even though I left it towards the end. Do not compare yourself to any other person, lifter, celebrity, anyone, okay? You are you, and you have nobody else's genetics but your own. This happens time and time again, and honestly, it creates a lot of body dysmorphia, and it creates a lot of negativity and toxicity in the gym. Here's what I mean. When I started, I was really overweight, severely overweight. I was really naive as well. I was brand new in the gym. I didn't know anything. I wanted to look like Frank Zane. Frank Zane was my ideal bodybuilder. He was a god to me. 5'9", so he's roughly around my height, an inch taller. 190 pounds. But the dude was freaking legendary ripped. He's like, I aspired to look exactly like him. Now, what's the problem here though? Did I ever achieve looking like Frank Zane? No! And why? Because I don't have Frank Zane's genetics. I don't have his genetic pool. I can do anything in this world conceivable. I can try to jump to the dark side and use every compound known on earth to man. And I would never look like Frank Zane. What do I mean by this? It is good, or it's okay, to be inspired by other people. They have achieved something. You could totally feel, inspiration. Yes, that's good. But don't let that be the focus of your goals. Do not think, hey, I'm going to work out for 3 or 5 years and I'm going to look like him. I'm going to look like my favorite pro bodybuilder. And because honestly, it's not going to happen. Here's the thing. When you look at the physiques that you see in YouTube and Instagram and you see the best of the best, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the best of the absolute best in the genetic pool. Meaning, unless you have the best of the best genetics, you're not going to achieve, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be quite the contrary. The thing here is you got to do the best that you can do. Be the best version of you. When you take that into account, once you see your goals, you're going to be so satisfied and happy. What I recommend here, take progress pictures, okay? Take progress videos. Keep a video diary. That way you're comparing yourself, to your past self. That way you can see the progress that you've made. You can see all the weight that you've lost, all the fat, and all the muscle that you gained. And you create this positive image in your head. Oftentimes, people want to look like their favorite celebrities. And what does that result in? Crash diets, extreme drug use and abuse, doing insane amount of unhealthy things to your body to achieve a goal that sadly, you're most likely never going to achieve. So don't put yourself through that. Don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself and aspire to be the best version of yourself. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos giving you tips to help you along your journey on losing fat or gaining muscle, subscribe to the channel and watch this video next.